Hello everyone. We are going to discuss about swing equation which plays a very vital part in the power system stability. Before going to the swing equation, we should have a brief idea about stability. So, what is stability? Stability refers to the ability of a system to come back to its original equilibrium position or to any other equilibrium state after following a disturbance. In terms of the power system, it refers to the ability of the system to remain in synchronism. Basically, stability are of two types. First is the steady state stability and another is transient state stability. So, what is steady state stability? Steady state stability is referred to as whenever there is a gradual or slow change in the load. If the system is able to come back to its original equilibrium position or remain in synchronism, then the system is said to be steady state stable. Similarly, the transient state stability is defined as whenever there is a sudden change in the load or there is fault or switching phenomena, then if the system is able to come back to its original equilibrium position or remain in synchronism, then it is said to be transient state stable. Whenever a disturbance occurs in the system, two forms of instability occurs. What are those? One is the stalling of stalling of asynchronous load, and another is loss of synchronism. This is the brief idea about the stability. Now let us come back to our topic, that is swing equation. Before going to the derivation of the swing equation, let us first understand the dynamics of the machine. We know that the input to a generator is mechanical, whereas the input to a motor is electrical. Let us study the case of a generator. Since we know that for a generator the input is mechanical, so first we will draw the shaft torque, suppose in this direction, and in the same direction we will draw the angular velocity. So due to the Faraday's law, the EMF is induced within the machine and hence electromagnetic torque is developed. This electromagnetic torque opposes the shaft torque and is denoted by TE. At steady state condition, TSH is always equal to TE. That is, the machine neither accelerates nor decelerates. If by any disturbance TSH is greater than TE, then it is said to be, in case of generator, it is said to be in acceleration mode, and if by any means TSH is less than TE, it is said to be in deceleration mode. In the power system, mainly synchronous machines are used. We know that for the generation the alternator is used, and under normal operation the relative position of the rotor axis and the stator magnetic field both coincides. We can show this by simple diagram. Let us say that this is the stator and this is the rotor. This one is the stator axis and same is the rotor axis. This is stator and rotor axis during the normal condition. Both coincides. But whenever there is change in the load, there is deviation in the rotor axis with respect to the stator, and the angle between the two is known as the load angle. That we can reflect in another diagram. The stator axis remains same, but the rotor axis deviates by an angle, that is del. Now this one is the rotor axis and this is the stator axis. This angle del is known as the load angle. The greater the load, greater will be the load angle. For stability criteria, the load angle should be maximum up to 90 degree. Beyond 90 degree, the system will come out of synchronism. Due to the addition or deletion of load, the rotor swings with respect to the stator. The equation which describes the relative motion of rotor with respect to the stator field as a function of time is known as swing equation. So now we will derive the swing equation. Just now we have discussed that whenever TSH is greater than TE, the machine accelerates. So a accelerating torque is produced. That accelerating torque is equal to TSH minus TE. We will multiply both sides by omega. So we will have this type of equation. We know that for a rotating type of machine, the power is equal to omega into T, where omega is the angular velocity and T is the torque. This omega is also equal to 2 pi ns by 60, where ns is the synchronous speed. That we know it is equal to 120 F by P. So now from the above equation we have PA is equal to PSH minus PE. We will write this equation again in the form of torque, that is omega TA is equal to PSH minus PE. In place of TA, in place of the oscillating torque, we will write omega into J alpha is equal to PSH minus PE, where J is the moment of inertia in kg meter square and alpha is angular acceleration in mechanical radian per second square. So we will rewrite the above equation. We will have j omega into alpha is equal to PSH minus PE, or this is j omega can be written as m into alpha is equal to PSH minus PE, where m is the angular momentum. Alpha is denoted as normally d square theta by dt square, where theta is the angle which changes continuously, which changes continuously with respect to time whenever a disturbance occurs. We can draw a phasor diagram which shows relation of theta with respect to synchronously rotating reference axis. So this one is the rotor field, this one is reference rotating axis, it is denoted by omega. The angle between rotor field and reference rotating axis is del. Reference rotating axis is the rotating type of axis. So we will draw the rotor field with respect to a stationary reference axis. So let us say that this one is the stationary reference axis, in which the relation between the rotor field axis and the stationary reference axis is theta. So we can say that theta is equal to del plus this angle. What is this angle? That is omega r into t. Taking the double derivative of both sides, we will have d square theta by dt square is equal to d square del by dt square, because the double derivative of this part will fetch us 0 value. So now we can write alpha also as d square del by dt square. So now we can write our above equation as m d square del by dt square is equal to psh minus pe. This is known as swing equation. We know that stored kinetic energy is equal to G into H, where G is the rating of machine and H is the inertia constant. Also we know that kinetic energy for a rotational motion is half j omega square. So we can write that half j omega square is equal to G into H, or this is j omega into omega is equal to 2gh. We know that j omega is angular momentum, so m omega is equal to 2gh, or m is equal to 2gh by omega, which is 2gh by 2 pi f, or it is gh by pi f. This is also written as gh by 180 f. So in place of m we will write gh by pi f d square del by dt square is equal to psh minus pe. This is another form of swing equation. In per unit system, we can divide both sides by the rating of the machine, and hence the equation will become h by pi f d square del by dt square is equal to psh minus pe. This is in per unit system. That is all for the swing equation derivation. Hope all of you like it. Thank you.